From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, hope you had a nice Sunday. I know I certainly did. It was definitely a far cry compared to yesterday when it was just kind of mucky and gross out there with that precipitation. It's a little cool today, I'll tell you that much, but it was dry with clouds moving out of here, paving the way for a nice and I think dry week. Check out the rainfall totals. This is through Thursday, right? We're seeing maybe 1/10 of an inch along the coast. That's with some system Wednesday. Might bring a little upper level moisture into the area. But I'll tell you what, in terms of the low level moisture, right, it's really just kind of moisture starved. We're not going to see a lot of rain from it. Perhaps some cloud cover by the midweek, but I think we're doing just fine. I don't have much to talk about in that front. You know what? That's a good thing. We have a more mild week to look forward to, if not a little bit below average in terms of the precipitation here as we head over the next several days. So, and indeed into the first half of November, at least the first week, right? So there are those good news aspects coming up here. Let me show you what I'm talking about too. This is this warm wedge of air that I was talking about. We have some cool air up here, but I'll tell you what, it's just not winning the battle. I think we're going to stay mild here over the next several days due to this warm wedge of air. We're really kind of on the precipice, but you notice here, the North State, warm air wins out, and I think over the next several days, that is the main story. These more mild conditions sticking around. I hesitate to say warm really, but for this time of year, especially as we're approaching the first week of December, I'll tell you what, for Thanksgiving week, I will take it, and we're talking 60s, which I'll discuss more in a few moments. All right, so another far cry compared to yesterday, those wave heights. Check it out, 10, 20 nautical miles off the coast. We're back down about 5, 6, 7 feet. Definitely much better, much different rather, than yesterday when we were seeing those 15, 16, 17 feet waves. Nothing like that at all. All right, so lows tonight, 40s along the coast as you head out towards Siskiyou and Modoc County, below freezing in the mid-20s in the upper elevations there. Up there last and peak, you might see some 20s, a little bit lower. We're talking lower 20s there, right? And then through the valley, above freezing pretty steadily. We're talking upper 30s, lower 40s there. So pretty typical for this time of year. But for tomorrow, you got to see those, more mild temperatures coming back. Upper 60s, yes, upper 60s through the valley there, maybe near 70 in some of the warmer spots over the next couple days. And you head along the coast, there are those mid 60s sticking around. Check it out in Garberville at 72 degrees. Then you head out towards Modoc County, the East Mountains, and eastern Siskiyou County, and you start getting more of those lower 50s, right? That's to be expected in those upper elevation points across much of the northeastern portions of the North State. So 70 forecast, see what we have in store. There are those more mild conditions there with some patchy clouds building by the midweek, but I'll tell you what, I think the main story are those more mild conditions, which you can really see in the valley here as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday, and even today, or tomorrow rather, to be honest with you. Check out those upper 60s sticking around pretty much through Thursday, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, Thanksgiving week looking good. You might not even need a coat some of these days, to be totally honest with you. Then along the coast, maybe a few very isolated showers midweek, but I'll tell you what, not a huge deal there, not at all. And then behind it, towards Black Friday, Thanksgiving, we're talking upper 50s, lower 60s, especially as you head further inland in the North State. So yeah, you know what? I said this earlier today. I'm not afraid to say it again. I think we have some nice weather in the North State for the next several days.